Well, this month marks the 15th anniversary of City Leadership. It's a nonprofit behind campaigns like Choose901, Teach901, Serve 901, Give 901, and Choose901 alumni.
Quite a list.
That's a list.
And joining us today is John Carroll, the founder and executive director. John, welcome to you. We're glad to have you on Better Memphis. It's something you work toward every single day with all these programs. First, share with us what led to the creation of your organization called City Leadership and your mission.
Well, thanks so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun serving in this way, but really City Leadership birthed out of what if the good guys could do more good? And we kind of started as a nonprofit consulting deal, but really I owned a for-profit business at the time, and it was just a way to give back. And eventually that just kind of snowballed into giving back here, and I needed somebody to help me there, and then I hired somebody to full-time to kind of help me give back, and then over time, it just kind of got out of control. We got 20 employees now,
wow.
15 years later.
Great. Wow. And several programs under your belt, too, like Choose901. Let's start with that one. This group is about bringing people to Memphis and encouraging investment in the city. How do you recruit people to Memphis? Yeah, well, you know, it's not that hard, honestly. You know, really what we look at from the Choose901 side is we've got dozens of nonprofit education partners, even like St. Jude and Youth Villages, who are looking to recruit college graduates to be a part of their programs. And what we find is that there's tens of thousands of college students who want to do this meaningful work, right. What we say is investment work, and they just need to know where to come do it. And so we go spread the word, and the big question I always have is will I enjoy living wherever I invest? And that becomes Choose901's job, communicating where you can invest a season of your life, but also communicating how much fun you'll have while you do it. So.
Beautiful. All right. Yeah. Another very important campaign, Teach901, maybe the most important one. The job of this organization to recruit our teachers. Finding teachers for Memphis is vital. What do you look for when recruiting teachers to Memphis?
Well, right now, every city in the country just looks for teachers. Right. If you don't know, teacher shortage throughout our whole country. We always say it's like playing musical chairs with 10 chairs and 7 teachers. Wow. When the music stops, they sit wherever they want to. Right. So a lot of times what we're looking for are people who, anybody wants to come teach, but a lot of times, in just like any other job, it's finding the right culture fit. So many of the different schools and the different spots and the leadership is about where that teacher makes the biggest impact. And we're trying to increase teacher retention. When we started in 2013, the average teacher retention for our teachers was around 5 years. We're now at over 10 years in the workforce, and it's being really strategic with showing teacher appreciation. Teachers are heroes, as you guys know, and we got to tell them, and we got to make a big deal about them, and we got to resource them so they can stay in the classroom and helping our kids.
Wonderful. Well, what about Serve 901? Tell us about that one.
Yeah, so that actually started before City Leadership. It was one of the ways we started giving back. We were recruiting college students to come here and volunteer and give back to local nonprofits. We used to call it Memphis Service Experiences, but after we started all the 901 brands, we rebranded as Serve 901. But we've got a 114-person bunkhouse about a mile from here in Midtown, and we have it filled almost every single week with college students from all over the country who come and volunteer. But we make them go through a History of Memphis class, make them go to the Civil Rights Museum, and make them hear about summer internships and jobs. So they not only make an impact, but we end up recruiting them to move to Memphis too.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, Give 901 is another one of your campaigns. It's about young people, and it supports teachers, innovative schools, and empowering mentors. Why is it important to have an organization like this to support our youth?
Well, the big thing that we found over and over again is that I started Choose901 13 years ago now, and we've been guiding people on how to invest and enjoy their life in Memphis. But as all these 20 and 30-year-olds started becoming 30 and 40-year-olds, the big question we got all the time was, hey, how do I get involved? How do I give back? And Give 901 serves as that guide to help maximize people's generosity. We think in the business world, ROI, what's your return on investment? In the nonprofit world, we say, what's your ROG? What's your return on generosity? And we try to guide Memphians on maximizing where they give back. And we find it over and over again. People want to give more than they're giving, their time, their money. They just don't know where it's strategically placed and involved. And so we help guide them, whether it's the individual or a lot of times with businesses and corporations. We help them maximize their corporate giving.
All right. And speaking of giving, I would imagine being a nonprofit, you wouldn't turn away any donations. If someone wants to give, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit as well. So cityleadership.org. You can go on there. There's a donate page. We'd love for people to give. You can go on give901.org as well, and you can learn about giving there. But whether they want to give monthly, whether they want to give one time, give from their donor advised funds, or even donate stocks and gifts. But we've tried to invest every single dollar right here in Memphis and helping reduce poverty and making sure Memphis continues to be that place that we all want to live and invest and enjoy our lives.
Wonderful.
All right, we want to say a big thank you to John Carroll for joining us today with City Leadership and all these Choose 901 programs. Thank you for your service in making this a better Memphis.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you, sir.